Hey, how you guys going? My name is Harvey. Welcome back into this week's video, and today we're here today with a little bit of a different video. Today we're going to be doing a Q&A. I haven't done one in a little while, but we're going to be mainly centered around my mental health. And the main reason why I'm doing this video is because I believe that talking about mental health and all that sort of stuff is very, very important. Especially if I'm sharing it towards you guys, or my friends, or my family, etc, etc. I think it's a very, very important thing to talk about, and no one really should be shy about, you know, their mental condition or something like that. Also, apologies in advance for not uploading last week. I have a new job. So currently I'm just sort of in the process of getting that sorted, sort of getting settled. So I just wanted to focus more on that more than social media stuff. But we should be good for now. I'm getting back into a routine and we should be good to go. And another little thing, a very final thing, tick warning. I'll probably express it in the description anyways, but like as a virtual warning, yes, I will be ticking a lot in this video, so prepare yourself. This is really, really awkward because this is like one of the first times I've ever ticked on YouTube, besides my depression video. But anyways, let's get into it. Oh, of course, and before we begin, just to let you guys know, I am clinically diagnosed with ADHD, anxiety and depression, and Tourette syndrome. Now, without further ado, let's swing into things. The first question is, when did you find out about each one? And which one is the hardest to deal with? Well, they all just mesh together in hardness. Love you. Oh, love you too. My tics and Tourette's, about 2 years ago, probably longer, I'm not sure, but people started noticing it in me about 2 years ago. My anxiety and depression I've had since I was a kid, so a very long time. And my ADHD I've had since I was about 5 or 6, maybe younger. I'm not too sure about that one too, but I was very, very young when I was diagnosed with that. And which one's the hardest to deal with? I would probably say Tourette's. Like, ADHD is, you know, not fun either, same with anxiety and depression. But honestly, like, Tourette's is the most hardest because I don't have much control over my own body. So it's, it can be pretty tricky, but, you know, slowly as time has developed, I'm teaching myself how to cope with it and deal with it, and hopefully everyone is accepting of it and can move on. Why do you exist? I don't know. Still trying to figure that out, to be brutally honest. Why have depression when you can have hugpression? Now get hugs. I do enjoy hugs, don't get me wrong. I love me some hugs. Hugs are great. I don't get enough of them, but COVID has stopped that, so I can't really do much about it. But I do enjoy my hugs, don't get me wrong. How long did it take for you to find a treatment that works for you with your depression? It took me years. To be honest, I still haven't really found a treatment for it. I'm not medicated. I go to therapy occasionally for it, but honestly it's more within myself than anything else, and just being around good people to cope with it. Still, I'm not perfect. There's plenty of holes within myself that I love to patch up and fix, and my anxiety and depression does sort of flare up about that sort of stuff. Yeah, I mean, I still haven't really found a treatment or a cure for it. It's just more, the longer and longer I've had it, the longer and longer, you know, I'm dealing with it, the more I've experienced with it and I know what to do. How did you feel after a doctor diagnosed you with depression? Pretty happy, to be honest. Kind of happy and sad at the same time. Sad that I've actually got it, because I knew I sort of had it for a while, but to actually hear it firsthand from a doctor, like a clinically professional doctor, was definitely something a little bit different. But honestly happy because, like, I can now find, you know, who I am, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I don't have to hide it anymore. I'm not like, you know, what do I have? Like, what is this thing? And, you know, they finally tell you and it's like, oh, thank goodness, you know what I mean? Don't sound like a girl, bud. Okay, Mr. Private Locked Account. What are some of your tics that you rarely get? Or what tics are you least fond of? I do have a face hitting one that I only do maybe once a day, maybe a few times a day. It's a very, very rare tic. My most common tics is the pop, the tongue click, the head twitch and a whistle. It's what's known as a complex motor tic. A complex motor tic is basically a series of tics lined up in one in synchronized form. But yeah, like I do literally have a forehead smacking tic that isn't great because like sometimes my head becomes quite sore and red from the amount of like whacks I give it. How much has Tourette's affected you? I have some sort of tic disorder, but the doctors don't know what it is yet. How's it affected me? Quite significantly. It's taken me some time to get used to. It's taken the people around me some time to get used to because, again, as I said before, over the last year or so, it has progressively, and slowly but progressively, gotten worse and worse. It's affected me quite a lot, especially in public, especially, you know, going to movie theaters, you know, clubs, all that sort of stuff, and, you know, getting the weird looks and that sort of thing. It isn't great, to be honest, but hey, like as I said, I can't control it. But it's just something that I'm working on at the moment. It's on the bucket list of things to work on. But I think I am slowly beginning to control it more. It's just that once I get home, I'm like, ah. I can relax and I can just let it out. How did you feel before when you had depression, anxiety, and how about now since you're in the fandom? Why do I love your videos? Well, thank you very much. I would say it's better because the furry fandom has introduced me to new people, and one of my major anxiety and depression moments is meeting new people. I do get really, really shy, I get really, really scared, really anxious. And then I get really sad because I don't have any friends and no one to talk to. That's because of my anxiety. And honestly, the furry fandom obviously has many, many people, and you go into fur meets and cons, you have to sort of train yourself to go up and talk to people. So in that sense, it's certainly helped a lot. How would you rate the severity of your Tourette's? 1 being unnoticeable and 10 being really hard to deal with. That is a fantastic question, and that depends on the day. There are some days that's like a 2 or 3. Like maybe I only tic, you know, a few times a day. But then there's other days where it's like 8 or 9, where it's really, really touchy and really, really active, and it's pretty bad. So, but on average, I would probably give it a 7, 7.5 to 7. It is very, very hard to control, and it's something that I can't really stop. So yeah, I'll probably give it about a 7. And that's all the questions I have for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everyone on TikTok who gave me all of these questions. I really, really appreciate it. If you want to be in a potential future Q&A, you're more than welcome to follow me on TikTok or Twitter or any of my other social medias, because I'll be posting then to ask you guys more questions. And let me know if you enjoyed this Q&A. I want to let you guys know, you know, are you enjoying these Q&As or not? It's kind of curious. I mean, it's something different. I don't do this very often, but you know, if you guys enjoy it, please let me know. Alright guys, that's about it for this week's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will catch you guys in the next video. See you later, mate.